All right, I'm up here at Peter's place on Old Stage Road, and here is the building. And I'll just do a quick little walkthrough. So we have some rubble here, some flagstone rubble, a couple of piles. There's some more over the edge there, but all of this area needs to be brought down to be below the grade at the house there, so that all the water should be moving away from the house and then can come this way and flow out, and can go that way and flow out. And this wall here needs to be retained, and he wants to put a garage right in the corner there, and he was asking if we could do basically build the building into the hillside there. And I said, yeah, sure, we can basically do footings along the bottom there and then have a concrete retaining wall come up 10 feet or so, and then the roof for the garage up on top, and backfill, put in a perimeter drain and backfill that section in between the hill and the garage there with gravel and our rubble on site. If we bring up our grizzly bars and we dig all this down, see you guys, we dig all this down, we'll end up generating a bunch more rubble, and we can screen it with our rock screen. So then over here we basically have we have a big concrete cistern right there that's empty at the moment, and then we have a lower level on this house, which is a really cool house, and it looks like it's got a good strong foundation, but there's water coming into this foundation in multiple locations, and there's mold inside the building from leaks over the years. This building was built, never finished, in the 70s, and has been sitting vacant for 50 years. And so there's mold and there's water coming into the foundation down below, and this needs to be dug out and put in a perimeter drain and then daylighted down below. The homeowners are interested in doing, there they go now, they're interested in bringing this whole grade down a bit and doing a walkout basement down here, which I think is a good idea. It'd be nice and give the lower level a lot more sense of openness and light. And then this deck will need to get demoed in order to achieve that work. We may be able to dig through this berm and this embankment and remove these soils here and basically install the perimeter drain from underneath the deck without removing the deck, but I think that's just going to be highly difficult. We'll be fighting it and irritated with this deck the whole time we're working, so I'd like to remove this deck. But they are also interested in removing this concrete slab. It looks like there's drain pipes everywhere. You can see a little drain pipe sticking up right there, and then another one sticking up right there. I don't know what those are. He wants to remove this slab, turn all this area into grassy area, and get this all kind of flattened out. So that would mean bringing it up down there. He wants to decommission this portion of the driveway. I got some pictures of the site plan that he's thinking about. But this could all be dropped down a bit, and then that could be brought up a little bit down there, and then that earth underneath there could be dropped down and matched in over here. So definitely some site planning and grading, like a grading plan is consideration. And here's a bunch of gravel and rubble, cobbles that we can use for something. There is a ditch over here, so we could be taking all the water that falls on the parking area behind me into this ditch. So all the water could come this way and then flow into the ditch right here. That shed is getting demoed and hauled away. I told the customers this could be, you know, $50,000 job, and we would be grading the driveway as well, working the drainage around the driveway, which I can take pictures as we're leaving. All right, I'm coming down the driveway here. It is pretty steep. It does seem to be, I'd say it's borderline steeper than 12%. It can be 14% in sections as long as overall it's 12%, but this house is grandfathered in, so this is an existing dwelling, an occupied dwelling, single family home as far as Boulder County is concerned. You can see the water is basically running straight down the driveway, so we're gonna have to find a way to get the water off the driveway and keep it off as efficiently as possible by regrading. But the soil is pretty sandy and gravelly. It's a pretty good base. We can rework. This is the leach field right here down at the base, so this is not, it doesn't have very much offset off of the road. It's been cut out a little bit right there. This should all be maintained and kept as a grassy area here. This is their leach field. And then this is where it comes onto the highway.